This is Perri Pierre, accomplished filmmaker, actor, and newly an app developer. Let's not forget fashionista. I mean, look at his outfits. His new app, Accompany Me, is becoming a game changer in the digital space. He is making major moves.
Major move. Oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to Major Moves with Tyrah Majors. I'm your host, Tyrah Majors. This is the show where people are highlighted for doing major things. Today's guest is Perri Pierre. He is an award-winning filmmaker, actor, and app developer. Yes, that is right. He created his own app. It's called Accompany Me. So how did this all come about? You have your own app.
So basically, if you're going somewhere and you need like a companion, so you could just go on the app and you put, information about where you're going, who you need and whatnot. You're gonna have like a list of people that are interested, and you could just click on the one that you want to accompany you.
But it's not a dating app. It's not a dating app.
No, not necessarily. So it could be like if you go in to like a soccer game, for instance, and you just need like a bro for a guy, to just go with them. They could also go on the app to do it.
That is so cool. Where did that idea come from?
Okay, so I was in Malibu, I think 2017, spring 2017, and it was an award night. So I remember I was like, man, within like a few miles, there are like a lot of people that are going to that award. And they probably need a +1. They don't have a +1. So I was thinking, man, if there was like an app where people could just go and then put like invitations like that, it would be really, really amazing. The title called Accompany Me, the title came up to me and I was like, I like that title. And then I remember I texted my cousin about it. My cousin, he works for Google. He's a programmer for Google. So I told him the idea and he was like, man, this is awesome. So I was like, man, he works for Google. If he's telling me that this is awesome, then it is awesome.
You have to listen to him, right?
Yeah. So and then from there on, I started like looking into it more.
So you had a vision and you turned it into reality, which is awesome. So
there.
I kind of want to just pull up the app right now. Can you just kind of walk me through it? So here's Accompany Me.
Right.
Just walk me through the app. So we're at a map. It shows me at University of Southern California.
Right. So this is how you get to the menu.
Okay.
So nearby events. So this is where like events that are like very near you. Like
right.
I think it's like within like 30 miles. This is where they would show up.
Okay.
And then if you go here, this is where you can add your own stuff. Like if you
okay.
want someone to accompany you to a USC game, for
right.
instance. And then if you go there, those are the events that you've put. And what else? Here's like if you want to tell a friend about the app, or you could just log out, and then the home screen is just the map.
The map, okay, and here's your notifications, right? The little bell tab.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see if someone wants to invite you.
Yeah.
So do you put like a description about yourself in here?
Yes. Well, basically, if you log in with your LinkedIn account.
Oh, my LinkedIn, right.
Yeah.
I'm already signed into my LinkedIn, so it already says entertainment reporter / writer. So, I mean, if maybe I'm going to an event that has to do with reporting, maybe someone will be like, oh, here's another reporter, like, we'll go together. So you kind of, it's like match.com, but not for dating.
Not for dating necessarily,
That's just amazing to me. What other steps did you have to take? What research went into it?
Well, one of the first things I remember he told me, he said, you need to look into a patent. And then I did that. Before I was researching, trying to see if nobody else has the same idea, or if nobody else has the same patent for that idea. And then when I realized there was nobody else, I also looked into like different apps that are like kind of similar. I realized there wasn't really an app that with the same thing. So from there on, in my head I was thinking like all the stuff that were gonna go into the app, like the menu, the colors and everything else. From there I got a programmer to get on board, and then also some investors, and then pretty much everything just like kind of fell into place from.
You're an award-winning filmmaker. Can you tell me about your little bit of background in that, and how did you transition from filmmaking to app developing? And I know you're still doing both, but can you talk about that process?
Right. So basically, actually, it's been a busy year, because this year I was auditioning for stuff. I was making a film, and then also I was working on the app. And interestingly, the programmer lives in India. So I was like staying up late because of the time difference. Like I would go to bed at like 2, 3 a.m. And then sometimes I have an audition in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I'm also like working on the film that I was producing. So it's like, sometimes you have to put the focus on one specific, but I'm thinking like, why not do all of them?
You get connected with the app developer or the programmer in India.
LinkedIn.
Oh,
LinkedIn,
see,
yeah.
LinkedIn is literally key for everything. Like, sign up on LinkedIn. The professors here tell us all the time to like get on LinkedIn. Is this an expensive thing to do, to start your own app?
Well, yeah, I would say yes and no.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what advice would you give someone?
I would say first of all, you have to do a research. You have to research like the different, the different mobile applications there are. Like for instance, there are different types like utility, news, and then social media, lifestyle. You want your app to be on Android or iOS or both. If you want to make money, you have to look into that. Or you're gonna sell the app, or you're gonna have ads on the app. So after that, if you know how to program, just program it yourself, just go for it. But if you don't, then you have to hire a programmer, and that's kind of when it gets like a little bit more expensive.
Like, where do you want to see this app going?
I want it to grow. I want to get more and more and more users. So by next year, hopefully, I want to get to like 100,000 users. So I'm really, really gonna work hard at that.
So cool. And you're so young, and you're building a brand here. You've got a brand already, and you're continuing to build it. Why is that important for people to just strive to be their own boss, to be their own kind of entrepreneur?
I think it's very, very important. I mean, especially for me, like, cause I'm a creative, I'm an artist. So when you have your own brand, when it's your own business, for me, I'm able to do things creatively that, I'm able to try different things. So I think it's, if you can do it, if you want to put the hard work, the hustle and everything, go for it.
I'm going to transition a little bit right now. At the end of every Major Moves show, we do a fun segment. So we're going to do a quick little trivia. You're obviously in the acting, in the film industry.
Yes.
I know you've got some knowledge. We're going to talk about Oscar award-winning actors, but not just award-winning actors, but Black actors.
Right.
Because I'm sure this is one of your goals, right? To win an Oscar someday.
Of course, absolutely.
Of course. Okay, so let's get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I made this super hard. So. Number one, who was the first African-American person to win an Oscar, and what was it for?
Hattie McDaniel. It was for Best Supporting Actress.
Good job. What movie?
Oh my God.
Wrong.
No.
It's called Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
I know it was the tip of your tongue. Who was the first Black artist to win an Oscar for Best Original Score for his self-made movie?
That I don't know.
Prince for Purple
Prince.
Rain.
Oh yes.
Who is the only Black woman to have an Oscar for Best Actress, and for what movie?
Halle Berry, Monsters Ball.
Nice, that was a good one. That's a good one. This one's a little bit more recent. Who is the first Black producer to win Best Picture? This was in 2014, and for what movie?
McQueen for 12 Years a Slave.
Good job. Look at you. You know your knowledge, and I'm sure you're going to be winning an Oscar someday in the future.
Man, hopefully.
That'll be the goal. So thank you so much for coming on the show, but where can we find you? Where can people follow you?
So I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For all of them, it's just Perri Pierre. So at Perri Pierre for Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. My website is perripierre.com. And yeah.
Keep in touch with him. Download Accompany Me, because honestly, you might need this app. If you don't know who to go with to your next event, Accompany Me, will be on your side. Right?
Absolutely.
So that wraps up today's Major Moves show. If you are making major moves, or you know someone who is and want to share your story, please go to my website and send me an email. That's www.tyrahmajors.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.